Like African masks. My dad sort of introduced me to African masks. This is from Ghana.
Ghana.
I have 3 of these.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very much into things that represent the divine feminine. So you'll notice around here there's like a lot of women. There's another Buddha, female Buddha. I have about 6 Buddhas around my place. Amethyst stone, so healing stone.
Nice.
And these are from Bulgaria. Gotta have Ruth.
Supreme Court judge?
Yeah, gotta have it. It's like the guardian of the house. Again, another Buddha. And this was R&D gives me this as well. Ring sticks.
Ring sticks?
Yeah, this is from Africa. And this is from, I actually got this when I was in Bogota.
Bogota in Colombia?
Yeah.
Oh.
These are higher pitched than some of those. After 1740, when the Negro Act went into effect, where you weren't allowed to drum in certain parts of the South, mostly in North and South Carolina. Some people think it was all over the South, but it wasn't. So, which was because of 1739 Stonewall Rebellion, which happened with a person they believed to be named as Angolan Jimmy, started this uprising. And because they used the drums to gather more Africans to be aware, because the drums talk, that's why they came up with the Negro Act next year, which forbid Africans from gathering in large masses and playing drums. These were played in place of drumming. So you had what's called patting juba, which a lot of people think patting juba is a dance. Patting juba is not a dance. Patting juba is literally making sounds with your body, which is what the spoons do. So and people would tap dance to this. So this became the music that people tap dance to.
So one thing I also noticed, you have a lot of different collections of art. And I would like to have you give us some, maybe some introduction of how you got those. Are they mostly gifts, or you collect them yourself? You go around the world and then...
A little bit of both.
A little bit both? Because, you know, behind us, look at this. This is just so amazing. I mean, look at all of that. What are these and how did you get them?
I bought them.
You did?
Yeah.
What are the history or why did you get them?
I just like them. I like African masks. My dad sort of introduced me to African masks and sculptures when I was a kid because he collected stuff. And so if I'm not mistaken, I know the large face, that's from the Congo.
Okay.
I believe, if my memory serves me right, that these smaller ones here are from Cameroon. I could be wrong. I think these might be from Cameroon as well.
Are they? Do they have like specific meanings to you, or?
I mean, I just like them.
You like them?
Yeah, I just like them.
Okay.
They wasn't, you know, when I purchased them, there was no story behind it, just the country that they were from. The smaller ones I actually just found online, and I thought they were cool.
Nice. And then this one behind you also, right?
Oh, this is from Ghana.
Ghana.
I have 3 of these.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very much into things that represent the divine feminine. So you'll notice around here there's like a lot of women.
Even that.
Without me getting into gender wars and everybody's getting these are pictures and sculptures of women. Yeah, this was gifted to me.
This is from where?
China.
And
this was actually blessed.
Yeah. I believe this is Guanyin, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was gifted because I have like, there's another Buddha, female Buddha, and I have about 6 Buddhas around my place. And I was gifted these bookmarks.
From your student, right?
No, this is from oh man, what's his name?
Wang Di, my
Wang
partner.
Di, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So the Buddha, he got blessed, and he gifted me with the bookmarks, this comb, which is really dope. I have a student that got me this bracelet that I wear from time to time. It depends on what's going on.
Oh,
so,
look at that. Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You have something similar on your neck, I saw once.
Not today.
Not today.
Today I'm wearing my amethyst stone, so a healing stone.
Nice.
And so yeah, and actually I bought this in the airport in China because I just thought it was cool.
Ah.
And I wanted the bigger one, but that's what I could fit.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Any other art piece that you feel like it's no mentioning? Let me see.
I mean, all the stuff, actually. I mean, these are from Poland. Nothing specific. I lived there for a second. Poland is probably the place I've been to the most. These are from Bulgaria. And it's just a cloth that you lay down for, you know, when you go to eat, and then an idol to sort of more Halloween, keeping the spirits away.
Yeah.
This basketball is kind of crazy because I have a mentor, Pose 2, who taught me how to better my skills as a writer, graffiti writer. And I was actually going to get this book at this art gallery. It just came out with the freight trains in Cali. So, and Pose lives in San Diego. So I saw the name Pose, but it didn't say Pose 2, it just said Pose. So I'm asking the people, I'm like, is this Pose 2? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, no, Pose 2, because it only says Pose. And I know better because he don't paint like that. But I was like, oh, so I got it. I'm calling him and he's not getting back to me. I was like, you know what, whatever, I'm gonna buy it. And then he got back, he's like, yeah, that's not mine. So I'm like, whatever, I'm supporting an artist. So, gotta have Ruth.
Supreme Court judge?
Yeah, gotta have it. So a ball I got at a Basquiat showing out here. Yeah, there's a gallery open out here. Not gallery open, but an exhibit. This is also a Basquiat piece that I got at the exhibit.
Nice.
These are some of my uncle's coin collections that I still have. That was sort of passed on to me, and Frida Kahlo, which I love. I didn't get this gentleman's name, but this was obviously inspired by the pandemic. An African artist. This was doing a festival here, Black Arts Festival, and I picked that up.
Nice.
Yeah, and yeah, this is, I forget from where, but this is representative of a king. I got that because my first name, Eric, means kingly.
Hey, okay. There's more down there.
Yeah, this table's a mess right now. This should be cleaned off, but these are the flutes that I play, indigenous flutes, because I'm half indigenous, Muskogee.
I think we would love to have you play some of the instruments. That will be our last part of...
Maybe not.
Yeah.
These walking sticks that I got, and when I go to the Grand Canyon every year.
Nice.
To relax, and so these are all made by Navajo people, except for this. This my cousin made that.
Nice.
And yeah.
Anything here? It's African woman.
Yeah, it's more all stuff on jazz.
Okay, here we go.
I actually forget where I got this, but I'm gonna try to find out because this is like connected to New Orleans. At least for me, because of the colors. It's lacking red, but that green and that black, it really speaks to New Orleans for me.
I see.
And again, another female, so, which is a theme throughout my house. Respect I have for women and understand the divine feminine presence. So.
Okay. So the last part that we wanted to explore is the instruments that you have in your house. You're very talented of playing all sorts of instruments. I don't know how you learn it. And then, oh, actually, there's more.
Constantly learning stuff.
There's more here.
There's more instruments up there too.
Okay.
So this is, this is just
some decoration stuff.
Yeah, my mother collects elephants, so all the elephants are from my mother.
Nice.
This is gifted to me on my birthday, and it's like the guardian of the house. And, yeah, this is actually a speaker. It's a wooden speaker. You stick your phone in it.
Nice.
It doesn't really amplify that well. But it's
okay. All right. Here we go.
Yeah. So again, another Buddha, and this was Juan D gifted me this as well.
Cool.
Just some photos I took when I used to live in Philly. Some figures in the park I hung out at.
Okay. And the instruments are over here, yeah?
Well, some of them are.
Okay. So what are these? What are they called?
These are rain sticks.
Rain sticks?
Yeah. This is from Africa, and this is from. I actually got this when I was in Bogota.
Bogota in Colombia.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So rain sticks is just it just sounds like it's just rice.
So what? What?
So this gives you the sound of rain. We're in the shower.
My face is in awe right now. So this, okay, so all it does, you don't even need to do anything. You just need to.
Just, if you want to
Wow. Nice.
Faster it goes, it kind of sounds like a storm, you know.
Right.
So that's what it's supposed to sound. But it's a good meditative thing. And these instruments here is a tambourine and what is in here? I think these are my claves.
So you collect these things all over the world.
These are actually my bones. So these are what you call minstrel instruments. These were popular in the 1840s. Mm-hmm. This is actually made out of ivory bones. I don't know what animal these came from, but usually now you get them as wooden ones, but these are actually original ivory ones.
How do you make sound for that?
The different woods give you different sounds, and I got my rings on, which I'm not about to take off, and these are I'm not gonna play, but these are a higher pitch than some of those. So that's how you play them.
Yo.
Like 3 basic sounds that you hit. It's a single, a double, and a triplet. And these were like played these were most popular after 1740 when the Negro Act went into effect, where you weren't allowed to drum in certain parts of the South, mostly in North and South Carolina. Some people think it was all over the South, but it wasn't. So, which was because of 1739 Stono Rebellion, which happened with a person they believed to be named as Angolan Jimmy, started this uprising. And because they used the drums to gather more Africans to be aware, because the drums talk, that's why they came up with the Negro Act the next year, which forbid Africans from gathering in large masses and playing drums. But again, this was particular to North and South Carolina. A few other states took it on, but not at the same time. So,
what was the thing that you said that they forbidden African play drums? Why would they forbidden?
Because drums talk. Drums talk. Like, they're not just musical instruments. You can actually say sentences, and if you understand what the signals are, if you understand the tones,
wow,
the pitches, because African languages borrow from a lot of tones and things.
Oh my God! So are you saying, like, by playing that, people can grasp the signal?
You can literally talk to people.
Whoa!
Right, but you have to know it. So
you have to know it.
But once they realized, and not that they knew what they were saying, but they realized that they were using the drum to communicate.
Yeah.
So, which is why they created the Negro Act in 1740.
But, like, do you think nowadays there's still people that understand the kind of language from the drums? In Africa?
Yeah, in Africa.
Wow. And then that's still a common thing. Like, it's not like...
Yeah, this is not... I mean, this is culture.
Whoo! Hello.
It's nothing new.
Nah.
But those became heavily popular during that time because you couldn't use drums, so people would use the spoons.
Like small things that you can carry.
Right, so those are bones. Those are called bones because they're made out of rib bones.
Right.
And then there were spoons. These are more of a crafted musical instrument than the regular spoons. Regular spoons is just, imagine 2 soup spoons in your hand. But these are more designed as an instrument. And so whether it's the spoons, the bones, or a jaw harp, which I have a couple of different jaw harps somewhere around here, these were played in place of drumming. So you had what's called patting juba, which a lot of people think patting juba is a dance. Patting juba is not a dance. Patting juba is literally making sounds with your body, which is what the spoons do. So and people would tap dance to this. So this became the music that people tap dance to. And even though it's percussive and they're doing percussion, it's still, this was what took the place of the drum.
So you're saying, like, by using these instruments, it kind of, not like a replacement, but like a substitute of drums, because drums are usually too big to carry, but you have these small things that you can just literally make this.
Well, there are smaller drums that you can carry. But it's just that they were forbidden.
Right. Oh.
So these became the focus, and it's not They weren't necessarily created during this time period. I have some Russian spoons up there that are traditional Russian spoons. I have some Chinese spoons that are traditional Chinese spoons. So it's like Africa and America wasn't the only place with these. Now, how people got them, who knows? Because people were traveling long before the transatlantic slave trade. So people were already exchanging musical instruments and materials and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So whether one influenced the other, who carried what where, I can't say. But like I said, I have the spoons that were made in America. I have Russian spoons that are traditional Russian spoons. I have traditional
Chinese
spoons.
Can you show us the Russian and the Chinese ones? Is there more stuff on there or no?
Not really. It's just that little bit.
Yeah.